So, hello, my name is Vanessa Padilla, and today I'm going to be talking about the Mexican American culture. So, I interviewed two of my close friends, Jose and Sarah. I'm going to be talking about the Mexican culture and Chinese culture in this video. So, first, I'm going to start off with my friend Jose, who I interviewed first, and he told me that he grew up in a Catholic home, and he says that now, since he moved away to go to college, he says that he doesn't really go to church as often as he used to. He also mentions how his parents go to church every Sunday, and they say that it's a very important factor in American culture because both of his parents grew up Catholic. He says that in the future he does hope to take his kids to church as well as how his parents taught him. So now I'm going to be talking a little bit about the food and also discuss how rice, beans, and meat is an important factor to Jose's culture. So first I'm going to be talking about the Mexican rice. So the Mexican rice he mentioned is orange, of course, and usually his mom puts either peas or carrots in it to make it a little healthier. He says that mostly every Mexican meal does have rice as well as beans, and rice is also considered to be grains a part of the meal. He says that he usually eats rice mostly every day when he's back at home. He also tries to cook it here where he lives, but he says that it doesn't come out the same as his mom's, which I agree because I cannot make rice myself. So now refried beans is also a big part of the Mexican culture as well as tortillas. And of course meat is a big part. He said that without meat a plate is not considered a full meal. He says that his dad and his mom both every day eat some sort of meat, either chicken, beef, or pork. He says that pork is very common in the Mexican culture, and he says that they shouldn't be eating it as much as we do, but most of his family has embedded that tradition to eat meat in every meal, usually at dinner time. So in the next few pictures, I'm going to be discussing about the ingredients that he says that usually his mom cooks the meals with, and he says that he grew up seeing that his mom's cooking with these meals, so he does as well, but not as much or most of the ingredients that you will see in the following pictures. So the first picture is a picture of oil. So he says that his mom uses a lot of vegetable oil or corn oil depending on what they buy. Lard is also a big part of the Mexican culture as well as salt. So he says usually he eats 3 to 5 meals a day and also break snacks in between. So now I'm gonna go on with the Christmas, and he says that Christmas is a very important holiday in his culture. He says that tamales and cheese and pozole and also menudo is a very important tradition that they do every year. So now moving on to the American culture, he says that influenced him a lot and it has changed him in many different ways, such as eating fast foods. So now I'm going to be talking about my friend Sarah, who she says both of her parents were born in China, but her mom grew up in Hawaii and then moved to the United States. So both of her parents were raised Buddhism, but she says that her and her brother grew up believing in Christian. They were both Christian. So now going on with the food, she says that her culture, they eat a lot of vegetables, like you could see in the following plates. And the vegetable that you see right now is broccoli, which is kind of like broccoli, she says. Eggplant is very common in many plates, as well as rice, which is one of the main ingredients to every meal of the day, she says. Orange chicken, chow mein, and grains and starch, she says, is also a big part of her culture. So chicken and rice and vegetables like the plate seen right now is usually how the meals are prepared in the Chinese culture. Garlic, oyster sauce, and of course, soy sauce is also a big part of the ingredients that go in the Chinese meals. She says that the American culture has changed many beliefs, such as eating a lot of chips, and she says that the American culture has also franchised Chinese food, which they refried a lot. She says her and her family eat a lot with in a table, and she says that it's a very important factor in her family eating as a family together, because she says that most of her family eats together every day, usually when they get home. And this is the video and hope you like it.